our social club member, Vinay Nair, and we're going to just be sharing some highlights of that conversation now. Over to you, Vinay.
Thank you, Craig. It really was a wonderful conversation. Ellie, if I look at what the journey you've been on in the last 12 months as Chief Exec of NHS Charities Together, from £400,000 of income to £140 million, 4 members of staff to 24, 140 members to 240 members. Given such transformational change occurring in the last 9-12 months, what are some of the leadership insights that you've been experiencing that you could share with viewers?
Thank you, Vinay. I think it's very much around sort of leadership of high-performing teams and very much around the team itself. So being purpose-driven, I think is, and I'm quite purpose-driven as a person, and so that's very much my leadership style anyway. But also for the team to be able to get behind that purpose and have that collected understanding of the goal and what we were trying to achieve. I think around that we then, because of the situation of the fantastic outpouring of love and funds that were coming in and donations, we kind of upped it in terms of really kind of going into a bit of crisis management and crisis leadership. And so that for me meant making sure that the team were on a call every single day at 9:30 in the morning, everybody talking about the day they had before as a bit of a debrief and the day that was coming up. Also getting help, I think, was a key thing for me in terms of leadership, of surrounding yourself by the best people ever and having this expectation and setting that tone as an organization and as a leader that everybody's there to give of their very, very best, and they can expect that from each other. And I think that was the tone that we set. There was a lot of laughter and a lot of looking after each other, as well as this constantly looking at what's the next right thing. And I think it was this combination of being able to look sort of in the distance to kind of where are we going, and having a head in strategy and a head in vision, and also simultaneously as a leader of an organization, knowing what the right next thing to do. And some of the time it was very much what's the right next thing to do. And there's a film, and I cannot remember what the name of it is, but it's about an NHS activist back in apartheid who is jailed for his activism within the ANC, and how it's a true story about how he escapes from prison. And one of the things within the key message that he says is that he didn't know quite how the journey was going to end in terms of, what route is he going to take to escape, but he just needed to know what the right next thing to do was. And that is really how I led, certainly in the very, very beginning, was what's the right next thing to do. But then on top of that, looking at, okay, what is the ongoing strategy of the organisation? As I say, being purposeful, but also being very team-centred as well.
Thank you so much.